Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 62 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
This is DJ Reed returning. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
35-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. 27 yards. The
nation that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle, 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. So quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
For Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on him?
No, I think you pick him up, don't you?
I agree with you totally. You pick him up in this situation because a lot of game left to be played, and he can be special with the ball in his hands. In that situation, he wasn't. You should talk to him about the 4 points of pressure, high and tight to the body, and let him go back to it.
Well, still plenty of time in this game, so he'll have opportunities to secure that ball with those 4 points of pressure. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 14, Packers 7.
Rodgers now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers looking left sideline, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now, their last two drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Carson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Butler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd and goal, Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
For Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Austin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
27. Packers.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their own 21. He gives it off to Carson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Being chased out left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They run again with Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, it's Carson.
Chris Carson on the carry. Kenny Clark in on the stop.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett.
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
The
Seattle.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 16.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go deep for Funchess. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. Yeah, they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the pickup, that's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This time Wilson will throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.